Welcome back to Timeless Athletes, the ultimate space for former athletes navigating life beyond sports. I'm Andrecus Lindley, and if you're anything like me, transitioning from a fast-paced, adrenaline-fueled world of athletics to a post-career life, it's going to have its own challenges. And here we'll dive deep into the real struggles of athletes and what they face after they hang up their jersey. And if you want to stay on top of these tips, interviews, and real stories of athletes, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Let's build a strong community of former athletes ready to tackle the next chapter head on. So, doing a little bit of research, I'm looking at different news channels on the internet, and what I'm finding is the metric that we were using before, BMI, body mass index, is now out the door. We're now going into a new prominence of using the BRI index, body roundness index, and they're saying that this is a little bit more accurate. I will agree, but I don't think it's I think it's accurate, but I don't think it's precise. And looking at these different news channels, looking at these different content creators from the news, they're saying that the health risk, even for former athletes, is going to have to take more of account of their height and waist index versus their BMI index. Okay? And so let's dive a little bit deeper into it. I'll be real quick. I'm not going to hold you long. But the use of BRI. What is BRI? Body Roundness Index. It is the use more of the height and waist circumference to determine how healthy you are. So whether you are healthy or if you're unhealthy. And they're categorizing all of us to put us in a literal circle. That's what it is. The BRI is a circle. So do you fit that circle, or are you out of that circle based on the numbers that come back? And so this tool is really, what I found, is really accurate according to what your mortality risks are. What are your health risks? After looking at it, it's really, I think it's pretty good. But again, it doesn't tell the whole story. So how you can use it, I'll tell you how you can use it. And then I'll tell you we'll discuss real quick a few of the, maybe the criticisms that come with both. And then I'll let you guys know, in my opinion, what I think about the metric that we're using. So as far as the BMI, we know we were using, it was just body mass, and they would take your height, they would take your weight, and determine if you were healthy or not. And so, I think it was a little misconstrued. But for me, guys, how you can use it, let's talk about that real quick before we dive deeper into it. How you can use it easily, just type it in on Google, BRI index, and a calculator should pop up. I did it earlier. I think for the BRI, you have to put in your age, your height, and your waistline, so your waist measurements. And I think based off of that, it'll calculate it for you. For all my health nerds out there that want to know the exact formula, I'm going to put that in the description for you so you can follow that. But it's just as far as the criticism for the BMI, we know that it was a little off, because if you're not looking at a person and you're just taking their height and their weight, it can throw you off. Someone who is 5'3", 170 pounds, 80 pounds, you might think that's a real thick person. They're overweight, and you're automatically going to put them in that category, which in BMI usually has 4: underweight, normal weight, overweight and then obese, you will probably put them in the obese category, saying like they're a little thick. But when you see the person, they might just be short, but just real stocky and rocked up, all muscle. And so you would kind of be like, okay, well, you are, I don't see a lot of fat. I do see a lot of muscle. So, I guess you are technically obese, but you're healthy, right? Versus the BRI. So I put my metrics in, and it's going to calculate the height and the waist. And I have to let you guys know that I did make the healthy circle, is what they want to call it, for the BRI. I made the healthy circle. That's because I'm a little bit stretched out. I'm a little bit taller. I'm not a super tall person, not by any means, but I'm a little bit taller. I'm stretched out. My waist is a little bit thin for my age, according to the new way of everything, of how everybody looks. I still, if you're still looking at the old metrics, I'm still obese technically, but I am in shape. And so, again, for BMI, that body weight composition is gonna throw you off a little bit and is not really accurate. As far as the BRI, it is a little bit more accurate. I was 2%. I had 2% left until I was out of the circle, because it's going to show you a real circle. And what it's doing is just measuring the fat. Okay, if I'm stretched out and my midsection is also small, it's saying that, okay, I don't have a lot of body fat around my midsection, because body fat around the midsection, around the butt and thighs, you guys can look it up for yourself, is actually it equates to more heart risk, diabetes, hypertension, things like that. And so, I just made the cut. I just made the circle. So what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to look it up, the BRI calculator. Let me know down in the comment section, did you make the cut of being in the healthy circle, or did you not? Let us know down below, like, how do you feel about it? Do you feel like it's actually measuring how healthy you are? Because for me, and this is the last take before I let you go. For me, these methods of measurement to calculate if a person is undersized, normal, overweight, and obese is kind of thrown off, because this is not telling the whole story. I can put all these numbers in and say, hey, yeah, something doesn't look right. I believe that the BRI is a little bit more accurate. I do believe that. But in my opinion, I've seen so many people who are like super thin, slender, and the most unhealthy living individuals I've ever seen. The things that they put in their mouth, the mouth love that they give themselves is incredible. The type of red meat, the type of cheese, the type of processed foods that they're eating, and most people will look at them like, oh, you can eat anything, you're staying healthy. That is not the right choice of words. Let's get that right. That is not the right choice of words. They are not healthy. What ends up happening in my experience, for a person who is a little bit more thinner, super thin, can't gain weight, there's a lot going on with their gut health, and they're going to crash pretty soon, sooner than you think, and sooner than a person who is a little bit more thicker. They may be eating the right foods, maybe more of them, and not moving as well, but those numbers, again, that it doesn't tell the whole story. So in my opinion, the only thing that works for me, the only thing that I know that works, of course I'm going to use these to kind of keep up with numbers and track different things, but it's about what kind of mouth love are you giving yourself? Are you eating the right foods? Are you putting the right things into your body? Are you staying hydrated? And I'm going to talk about this because it's another video. Hydration doesn't mean just water. I can drink spring water and everything all day. That doesn't equate to hydration. It's about the fruits, the juicy fruits and vegetables that you're putting in your system that's full of nutrients and vitamins, right? And then the level of activity that you're engaged in on a daily basis. What's consistent for you? Or, if you're, for an example, if you're using steps, Are you doing consistent steps? Let's say you're doing consistent 7,000 steps a day. You're actually moving around every day. It's consistent. Or are you a person who just sits around, you're at a desk all day, you don't try to put forth any energy because maybe your testosterone and things levels are thrown off because of whatever reason. It's a lot that goes into it. So you guys let me know down in the comment section, which metric would you use, BMI or BRI? And also let me know down in the comments, what did the BRI say for you? Did you make the cut? I made the cut. So we, if you made the cut with me, we gonna be, clubbing together. But let me know down below, guys. I really want to help you guys out, because what I do is I help former athletes over 30 get back into shape with lean muscle and with energy using my Reignite method in 90 days or less. If that sounds like you, then make sure in the description that you book a connection call with me and let's get squared away. Also, down below in the description, there is a free ebook. And also, I want you guys to join my community, Timeless Athletes, AL5 Athletes, my Facebook group. We have challenges, we have workouts. I send meals in those in this group. I go live and talk about a lot of different things maybe that people don't talk about, but this is it. This is how I'm going to serve you guys. I'm going to make sure that I'm trying to get people as conscious and healthy as possible. There's so many small things we can do every day to to stay healthy, to be around the people that we love the most. That's what it's about. It ain't about you. Your health is about everybody around you, the people that want to see you around, see you healthy, your kids, your grandkids, your parents, your grandparents. It's more than that, right? And so, yeah, I'll leave it at that. Make sure you comment, and always remember, stay timeless.